We'll show you a quick overview of how to thread the upper part of the machine, and then we'll demonstrate for you again more slowly so that you can follow along. To thread the machine, place the thread spool and spool cap on the machine. Raise the presser foot lifter. Turn the hand wheel counterclockwise until the take-up lever is in its highest position and the indicator on the hand wheel is lined up here on the machine. Bring the thread into this guide, then into the pre-tension spring. Follow the arrow markings down, around the U-turn, then back up. Bring the thread from right to left so that the thread slips into the take-up lever. Now bring the thread down again, behind the thread guide, then thread the needle. Now let's go through the process more slowly so that you can follow along. Raise the presser foot lifter, then raise the take-up lever to its highest position by turning the hand wheel counterclockwise. Place the thread on the machine with the thread coming off the spool like this. If your thread spool has a groove on the edge, place this end of the spool to the right so your thread doesn't get caught while sewing. Set the spool holder in place. For large spools of thread, use the large spool holder. For medium spools of thread, set the other end of the spool holder toward the thread. For small spools, use the small spool holder from the accessory compartment. Bring the thread from the thread spool through the upper thread guide. Pull the thread through the pre-tension spring like this. When you thread the machine, it is helpful to hold the thread between the spool and the top thread guide with your right hand. Now, thread the tension by leading the thread with your left hand down the right channel and then up the left channel. Pass the thread from right to left at the top so that the thread slips into the slotted eye of the take-up lever. Bring the thread downward, then slip it behind the horizontal needle clamp guide located just above the needle. Thread the needle from front to back, pulling about 6 to 8 inches of thread through the eye of the needle. Before you start sewing, you will need to raise the bobbin thread. To do this, hold the upper thread with your left hand. Turn the hand wheel counterclockwise, which will lower and then raise the needle. As you turn the hand wheel, lightly pull the needle thread. The bobbin thread will be drawn up through the hole. Place both threads under the presser foot toward the back. You are now ready to sew. Be sure to test your stitch before you start your project. Place the fabric under the presser foot, then lower the presser foot. Select your stitch, then step on the foot controller to begin sewing. Before removing any fabric from the machine, be sure to turn the hand wheel counterclockwise until the needle is in its highest position and the needle begins to descend. Then raise the presser foot lifter to remove the fabric. This will help avoid any thread jamming the next time you sew. When you sew, if you find that you have a lot of thread accumulating on the underside of the fabric, this means that you have actually threaded the upper thread incorrectly. Raise the presser foot lifter. Remove the upper thread and then rethread the machine.